In this video, we're going to look at the distinction between the vertex and the intercepts. It says in problems 1 and 2, examine the difference between the vertex and the X and Y-intercepts. Note the similarities between the functions. The function in problem 2 is an application of the function in problem 1. In number 1, it says the graph of h of x is equal to negative x squared plus 2x plus 3, and it's given below. Use the graphs to answer the parts A through D. In A, they ask us, find the maximum value of h of x. And if we look at the maximum value, it occurs at the vertex, and it's the y-coordinate of the vertex, so we're up 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So the maximum value of h is equal to 4. In B, they ask for what value of x is the function maximized. And our function was at 4 when x is equal to 1. In C, it asked for what values of x is h of x equal to 0. So for this, we're looking at our x-intercepts, and we can see that we cross the x-axis at -1 and at 3. So when x is equal to -1 and x is equal to 3. And in D, they ask, what is the value of the function when x is equal to 0? And when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. And now let's label these points that we found on our graph. So the maximum height we found was 4. So this is part A. And then we found the x value where it's maximized was here at B. And in C, we found our x-intercepts, and that was here and here. This was C. And D, we found the y-intercept, which is here. So our vertex has the coordinate 1, 4. Our x-intercepts are 3, 0, and -1, 0. And our y-intercept has coordinates 0, 3, and that was D. And now in 2, it says an object is thrown upward from the ground so that its height h in feet after t seconds is given by the function h of t is equal to -t squared plus 2t plus 3. And if you notice that the function in 2 is the same function from 1, except for now we have a t variable instead of an x variable. In A, it says write h of t in vertex form and state the vertex. So the first thing we're going to do is find the x-coordinate of the vertex. So we're going to have h is equal to -b over 2a, which is equal to -2 divided by 2 times -1, which is equal to 1. And now we're going to evaluate our function at 1. So we're going to have capital H of 1 is equal to -1 squared plus 2 times 1 plus 3, and this is equal to 4. So we found our h and our k, which was equal to 4. So our vertex was 1, 4, which we found in the picture to the left. And now in vertex form, we're going to have h of t is equal to a, which is -1, times t minus h, and h was 1, so t minus 1 squared, plus k, so plus 4. And now our vertex is 1, 4. And B, it asks, what is the maximum height reached by the object? And the maximum height reached by the object is 4 feet, which is the y-coordinate of our vertex. And C, it asks, when is the maximum height reached? And it's reached when t is equal to 1 second. And the maximum height reached is the x-coordinate of the vertex. And in D, it asked, when does the object hit the ground? And it hits the ground when t is equal to 3 seconds, which we can see is one of our x-coordinates. When the height is 0, it hits the ground, and that happens at t is equal to 3. And in E, it says, what is the initial height of the object? If we were to plug 0 in for t, we would find that the height is 3 feet. And the 3 feet, the initial height, coordinates with our y-intercept. When time is 0, the y-coordinate of our y-intercept is 3. So we have 3 feet. And that's all for this video on the distinction between the vertex and the intercepts.